Hello, and welcome back to the spoilerCast, and welcome to this spooky October season. Because we're a movie podcast. That means it's state mandated. It's law that you only talk horror movies in October, and we're starting it off with a bang, I suppose.
Yeah.
But first, so you don't get a tizzy. My name is Tobias, and with me as always is my sister and trusty co-host Rebecca.
Hello.
Hello, a spooky hello. Did you know, by the way, that we're trying to cancel the word spooky?
What? Why?
I mean, maybe it's like one person, but still. Like, if you're white, you're not allowed to say spooky because of spook and the connotations to
But
black people.
Huh?
Anyway, sorry, that was unnecessary. I just thought it because I said spooky now 3 times. Anyway.
Anywho, we're actually continuing on the start of this year. Basically.
Yeah, I guess. Yeah. Because the start of this year, of course, the year of our Lord, 2023, by celebrating the 50th anniversary of one of the greatest movies ever made, The Exorcist. And then we talked about the lesser sequels, and also the better sequels.
Yes.
So listen to our episode on Exorcist 3, Legion. And my kind of hot take that it's almost better than the original. But that's not what we're talking about today.
No.
We're talking about The Exorcist Believer. Yes, it's the new soft reboot of the franchise that never was.
I don't know if I would count this as a soft reboot. This is just a continuation in the same universe in my eyes.
Yeah, but it's from Blumhouse. It's directed by David Gordon Green, written by him as well and some other people. It's the same way they did with the new Halloween trilogy. It's,
I suppose, yeah.
It's a continuation, but it's also kind of a soft reboot. Like it's a way, it's a new entry point for fans,
yeah,
or new fans.
I guess, yeah, that makes sense.
But what it's
get
really
a little bit confused here though with the name dropping.
Really?
I think you might.
How?
Well, Ellen Burstyn's character would not really make sense in general.
No, but they're just, she's an old, grizzled veteran. We don't need to know more than that.
I guess.
But yeah, this is so it's not a continuation of the franchise. What this is a fucking cash grab. Sorry if I'm giving away my thoughts on the movie.
I was about to say, you know what? Let's do it the normal way, but I'm gonna ask you this time. What did you think of the movie?
Completely honest, I thought it was fine.
Yeah.
As a modern horror movie / exorcism movie.
Yes.
But as a sequel or a continuation of The Exorcist, I thought it fucking sucked.
Yeah.
Awful.
Awful. I think I'm on the same page there. There were some things that were really fine, really interesting with the story and the concept and whatnot. But I don't really understand why they had to put the name on it, why they had to bring in Chris McNeil.
Well, we know why.
Well, yeah, we know why. But
it's things
Yes, it's
recognizable IP. I mean, we would never have gone and seen it if it wasn't The Exorcist Believer.
No.
If it was just The Believer, I don't think I would have
a random
seen
movie that's called something else, The Exorcism of the Two Girls or whatever. yeah, probably wouldn't. Because there's enough exorcism movies out there.
Oh yeah.
And
all
actually
of them
talked about a few of them this year in general, I think.
We have?
Or maybe it was last year even. We did do a commentary track to Exorcism of Emily Rose for one.
I think that was last year. We haven't done a lot of commentary tracks this year.
No, that's true. No, but like we mentioned exorcism movies because that's one of the horror genres we kind of like, I guess. I like, at least.
I like the concept, but honestly, other than The Exorcist The Exorcism of Emily Rose, they mostly suck. They're usually just, derivative, cheap knockoffs.
Yes.
That doesn't understand what made the original Exorcist movie scary.
But I keep I keep watching them because I kind of want to.
Maybe
this one will do it.
Yeah.
But I've so far not really found one, except for, those two are the only ones.
Yeah. And Exorcist 3, but that's not really an exorcism movie.
Nah.
It's just called The Exorcist 3.
Yeah, because it's...
That's more of a thriller. But that's a fucking amazing movie, though.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because it's all
then
just
we have
spectacle.
this one. Yes.
Yeah. And this, is supposed to be, because David Gordon Green he kind of made a good Halloween movie with the first one, the 2018 Halloween. He fucked it up with Halloween Kills.
Yeah.
And similar to this, he did an interesting movie with the Halloween Ends, but it was a terrible Halloween movie.
Yes.
The whole story, the whole concept of evil, how it's almost like a virus. Or
that's that one.
Evil. Yeah.
With
the guy.
The boyfriend, or whatever he was.
Yeah, I don't remember his name. He had like a superhero name. Whatever. That was actually interesting. It was just that they had to fucking shoehorn Michael Myers and Laurie Strode in there. It was like, no, make it about this guy then. Focus. And this is the same thing, like...
Yes.
They wanna make The Exorcist movie, but they don't seem to understand what made that movie scary.
I'm sorry, my mind just went to the scene where she scratches with her nails on the wood.
Yeah. Like, there's discussing things like that, like the loose nails, and there's some.
I'm about to throw up. Literally, I hate those kind of things where you see nails coming off of fingers. Yuck.
Yeah, I don't like it either. But I thought everything was teeth.
No, it was fingernails. No, but I don't like fingernails either, especially when you see it.
Oh, okay.
I just feel it. I feel it.
Yeah.
I can feel my fingernails.
Now I'm starting to feel it too. Yeah.
Sorry. Because that's the only thing. There's two things in this entire movie that if you removed it, it would have been a better movie.
Mm-hmm.
And it's for one reason. It's because it wouldn't have been The Exorcist movie.
Exactly. It would have been its own horror movie.
Yes. And it would have been a fine Exorcist movie, actually.
Yeah, sure.
Exorcism movie.
Fine.
It would have been a kind of run-of-the-mill modern horror exorcism movie.
Yeah, but with a it wouldn't look, because this didn't look cheap at all.
No, God no.
Like it wouldn't look like The Last Exorcism or fucking Pray for the Devil or whatever those movies are. They all look so cheap,
Yes.
And it's just cheap scares. This had more substance than that.
Sure, yeah, it was well produced.
Yeah. Yes.
It just needed get rid of the name Reagan being mentioned.
Yeah.
And Chris.
Yeah, Chris McNeil, the mother from the original.
That's two things. You could have replaced her with some random old medium lady.
Yeah,
if you needed the old lady medium person. And
she doesn't even do much in the movie.
The whole threat or whatever could have just been, or the mentioning of someone's whatever could have just been some other family member of some other person. Doesn't have to have a connection to those old movies.
Or you know what? They could have just gone straight to the actual exorcism, because there's enough creepy stuff in that.
Yeah.
Without having to go will you know where your daughter is? She's in hell. Wah!
Actually, they could have developed the what was it called? Root
craft? Root
craft
magic?
lady? Yeah.
Yeah.
Dr. Blah blah blah. What?
Yeah, Hibby something.
Beheebe.
Right.
Yes, very cool character. Honestly, my favorite character. I wanted more of her.
She didn't do much.
No, but I wanted more of her. I wanted more of that practice. Because the coolest thing in the entire movie is the one thing she does right. When she with the fire thing,
Yeah, but
that
that's
was
also
so cool.
It was cool, but I also disliked it because then it became like a CGI fuckfest all of a sudden. It's like, what are you doing?
But it was like, wait, there's magic or whatever.
Yeah.
There's actual signs of divine interference here.
Yeah.
Not just girls floating and screaming and being weird. Because we've seen that 100 times. This was something new.
Yeah. Oh my god. Because I watched a little bit of a behind the scenes yesterday. It was like, one of those little electronic press kits with a 3-minute interview with I think this is going to blow your socks off. And all the actors have to hype it up. And of course, they were all talking about it's, really, the themes of the movie and the story and blah, blah, blah. While Ellen Burstyn was like, well, yeah, it's interesting to come back to the character, see what she's done in the last 50 years, which we don't really get to see much of. She wrote a book. That's about it.
Yeah.
But then she was also it was kind of funny because she said, I think this is really going to scare people, which I guess is what people like. It's she doesn't understand horror movies. It was kind of funny.
Yeah.
But then I just read now, because I had the IMDb up to search for the actors' names. And the first trivia was, Ellen Burstyn had turned down reprising her role and was then offered double the salary.
Oh.
She eventually accepted. Although, I have to say, using the salary to fund an MFA scholarship for actors at Pace University.
Sure, but
still,
the money was still motivation.
Yeah,
she just used it for something other than selfish stuff.
Yeah, which is good, but it was still how about we give you double the money? She's like, all right.
Well, that's actually money I can donate. Cool.
Yeah. So yeah, she didn't do it for the love of the movie or whatever. Nah, she just wanted the money. Kudos though for using it for a good thing, but still,
it's still just for cash,
Yeah.
Whatever you might use it for. That's a little bit of a shame, but sure.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
I'm trying to think, was there something I actually really liked about this movie? And not really.
I appreciated the difference between the two families. That you saw the true believer and the non-believer aspect of both of them.
Yeah.
I appreciated that there was the girls were actually at fault for doing this. Really, to be fair, there wasn't just some random occurrence of them being possessed. No, they went out into the woods and fucked shit up. More or less. Not intentionally, but, they messed with the wrong things.
Yeah.
Because I'm blanking here, but Reagan doesn't really do anything to become possessed, right? She just happens to become possessed.
She talks about how she made a Ouija board and they were playing around with it. But it's just in passing.
Yeah, and we don't get to see it.
No, and then she talks about she talked to Captain Howdy Doody. That's about it.
Yeah, but we don't really get to see any of it. So Here we get to see them do something that we associate with being possessed by demons.
But does that add anything?
A little bit of substance to me.
Isn't it scarier that the devil just chose a Reagan?
No.
Okay, I don't know.
Because the devil, I don't know. For me, the devil is more annoying. I prefer to know that there's a reason for it than to just randomly. Because then it makes me question God even more. If God can allow random people to be possessed, then what the fuck is the point of God? In this case, they fucked around and messed with shit they shouldn't have, so it's their own fault. Then God should have protected them, sure, but
Yeah, shouldn't God have stopped them from fucking around?
Yes.
I always go back to the creepiest aspect is when there's no reason for it. When Liv Tyler says, "Why are you doing this to us?"
That's true.
And the guy with the pillowcase over his head says, "Because you were home."
Yes, that is my absolute most. I hate that, but I also love it.
And they just stab her to death.
But when it comes to divine entities, there needs to be a reason for it. Otherwise, I don't get it. Humans are weird. Divine things shouldn't be as nyckfulla. What's the word in English? Spontaneous, I guess.
Or impulsive.
Is one word you could use.
But that's the whole thing. Also, there is a reason why they pick Reagan. I mean, sure, she kind of invites them with the Ouija board, but it's also because she is spiritually weak at this point in her life.
Sure.
She's had to move away from where they used to live because now they had to go shoot in Georgetown because her mom was doing a movie.
Yeah.
There's her parents are separated, but they're not divorced yet. They're yelling at each other over the phone all the time. And that's when a demon can strike, or the devil can strike, is when
that's
you are
the thing.
Emotionally and spiritually weakened.
That's the thing that's missing from this one, from Believer.
Yeah,
we don't see them being weak. They're happy, healthy girls. There's no weakness. So we need to see them do something to get possessed. It could have been replaced with showing signs of weakness instead.
Yeah,
and it would have been just as fine, probably. I guess Angela shows a little bit of weakness in like missing her mother or something, but the only time we see that is, first of all, she can't miss her mother. She never knew her mother.
Yeah, she never knew her mother.
And we only see that...
There will always be some sort of biological bond, but you can't really miss someone you've never actually met. I don't think so.
She's missing a mother figure. She's not missing the mother specifically.
That's true. Sure.
But also the only thing we see of her missing her mother is rummaging through her stuff to get something to connect to mom so she can talk to her spiritually, kind of thing. So it's not really proper her missing her either.
No, it's strange because the movie it's an hour 50, like hour 45 without the credits. Yeah, and they spend like the first half hour or more, maybe even, on like building up the characters. Problem is, they're building up the parents because the kids disappear like 10 minutes into the movie. They're gone for 3 days, which is also like, I don't know, it's more cliche horror movie that they were gone and something happened to them.
Yeah.
It reminded me wrong of with that, but I think it's fair to compare it to the original because this is a movie in the same quote unquote franchise. So I'm going to compare it to that one.
What's that movie? It reminded me of a Jake Gyllenhaal movie a little bit.
Yes, Prisoners, because there's two families looking for two girls.
Yeah,
even though the one is black and one is white, I think. Yes. But then
it turns out to be but it turns out to be very different things, not demons. Horrible people could be demons too, but not ethereal demons.
No, I haven't seen that movie in so long. I should rewatch. I
actually saw it like a couple of years ago.
Prisoners, check it out. It's a very good movie.
Yeah,
very good movie.
That wasn't what we're talking about. The one thing that confuses me most about the Exorcist Believer is the whole intro scene, or the first actual thing. The whole them. What's the dad's name? Victor and the wife, the mother.
Serene.
Yeah, something. Being in
Haiti,
yeah, Port-au-Prince
in 2010, Port-au-Prince. Yes, I was gonna look that because I don't.
It's like the point where it's supposed to break down Victor to make him start like doubting, but then it, I don't know, it kind of feels lost after that. Well, it's just a very long explanation to why Angela doesn't have a mother.
Yeah, but it's also setting up the twist at the end that he want.
Well, that's a spoiler though. So yeah,
it's a spoiler.
Twist at the end.
It's really just to set up a twist at the end.
Yes, that's true.
But I was thinking because it takes place in 2010.
That first scene,
of course, there was that huge earthquake some years ago in Haiti. I was thinking, is that supposed to be that one? And I'm looking up now. Yes, in 2010 there was a 7.0 on the Richter scale earthquake in Haiti, and I think that was like the big one that everyone talked about. There was one in 2021. That was actually 7.2, but the one that people remember, I think, that they set up all those funds, and I think, what's the guy's name? Shit.
To be fair, I don't remember.
Wyclef Jean stole money from, stole money. He ran away with the money he was supposed to donate or something like that. Oh. If I remember it correctly, I don't remember.
I don't remember a single natural disaster since the tsunami in Thailand.
Okay. Yeah, that one I remember too because it was reported on heavily here in Sweden because
there was a lot of Swedish tourists involved.
It was just nice. It was like
so a real life reference.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, there has been more earthquakes since. I'm guessing that's like an earthquake struck area, but that was like the big one.
It makes sense timeline wise.
Exactly.
Because then the girls are 13, which I thought they looked older at points and then very much younger at points.
Yes.
But I guess it's just when they get more marred from all the demonic possession, they just look younger because they're so vulnerable, I guess, or something.
Yeah. The little white girl, Catherine, she looked like a doll because her hairline was receding.
Yeah.
She was ripping out the hair in the front of her face or in front of her head.
And no eyebrows, which confuses
always
me.
Makes it look like a doll. It removes so much of the
movement
emotions in your face. Yeah. Makes it look very inhuman.
Yeah, I guess.
So that's an easy way to make your character look scary. Remove the eyebrows.
That's true.
But let's talk more about the movie, I suppose.
Well,
like I said, there was nothing I really said whoa, liked about this. It was fine all the time.
Yeah.
There was some things I hated.
Wait, are we going into spoiler territory here? Like proper spoilers?
No, not specifically.
Okay.
I'll just say that all the things I hated was, of course, references to the original, because god damn it, even if it wasn't a great movie, it could have stood on its own. It didn't have to be a sequel.
There's even one point where no other character except for Angela sees the name Reagan. And of course the audience does.
Yeah.
So it doesn't impact the other characters. It's literally only there for us to go, Reagan. No.
And then I thought I couldn't really. I was trying to figure out what they were trying to say with this movie, because obviously there was this wasn't just like a horror movie. They were trying to say something with that ending, and I don't know what.
No, me neither. I was like the original is trying to convey a message of believing and losing your faith and all that stuff.
Yeah.
This one, it's kind of like they want to have a similar message, but they're failing.
Yeah, because the original is pretty simple. It is. First of all, it's a battle between good and evil, like the ultimate good and the ultimate evil.
Yeah.
And it is also a story of regaining faith.
Yes.
And faith, or hope. Well, and really faith.
Yeah.
How faith can save you, which is very funny interesting coming from I'm pretty sure she was Friedkin was an atheist, but he was like, but that's what the story's about, so I'm going to tell it that way.
Yeah.
Here it feels like
it's like they're trying to do that.
At first I felt that they were trying to criticize religion, but then they went all in with all the happy people talking about religion and we're so happy here in church, and then several different religious people from different religious schools of thought coming together to save these two children, and it's like, okay,
yeah,
okay, but then what's the point? In the original, it is that Damien Karras, he has lost faith, because of things that have happened in his life. He's questioning his faith, and it is in the end, through the demonic possession of Reagan which is a weird thing, but that's, the Lord works in mysterious ways.
Sure.
He regains his faith, and uses that faith to save her.
Yeah.
What is the point here?
See,
the dad.
Finding.
I think we have to go into spoilers.
Yeah,
now.
We need to go into spoilers for that, because I can't really explain it without ruining the end.
Yeah. So sorry.
We're actually 20
spoilers. Yeah, we're about
24
minutes in. Yeah.
Yeah.
So spoilers. If you don't want the ending spoiled, we're gonna talk about that now. Overall, though, 2.5 for me.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna watch it again. It's not awful, but it's not
I was
good.
leaning towards 2 only, but I'm not sure.
It's too good looking to be 2, I think.
Yeah, that's the thing, though.
It's too well made on a technical level.
Exactly. But story-wise, it's kind of lacking.
It
also has some interesting parts, but it's still... It's lacking... the real substance, like the point of the movie, the thought-provoking stuff. It just looks
It's
cool.
just a horror movie. Yeah, it's just a horror movie. Yeah.
That had pretty good jump scares. A couple at least.
Yeah.
That didn't feel cheesy, even though they technically were popcorn jump scares.
Oh yeah, some of them were definitely.
Yeah, but some of them were just actually good.
yeah, sure, yeah.
And a lot of the hinting at jump scares, but they did a little twist on one of them. You know, instead of the person showing up in the mirror, they just showed up in the room, kind of thing.
The music was too much. I'll say
the
that.
music was too much. Yes,
way too much. It was like, here's where you're supposed to be scared. I'm like, okay. You don't have to tell me.
No. But overall, it's an okay movie. I don't know I don't know why we saw it in IMAX.
Because it was showing in IMAX. I thought, how often do you get to see horror movies in IMAX? And I wanted it to be good. I knew pretty much immediately it wasn't going to be good, but I wanted it to be good. So I want to go see it in IMAX.
Yeah. But
Either way.
Spoilers.
Spoilers.
My theory, which is always bad that you have to have a theory.
Well,
is that the whole point is to of the movie was to like show how Victor regained his faith.
He never had faith though.
He did before his wife died, but they don't show us that. They tell you that.
No, he had faith. Oh no,
he does say that he lost his faith that day when he had to make a choice.
Oh, but okay.
It's a very fleeting moment when they mention it.
Yeah, but they don't really show...
But the problem is, they don't really show him regaining faith either.
No, exactly.
It's also a very fleeting thing. Yes, in the end, all of the parents, except for the mother of Catherine, technically, makes a very selfish choice. So the fathers are very selfish.
Yeah, because the whole thing is...
which I think is mentioned in one of the trailers.
Okay. In 2010, when they're in Haiti, the mother is she gets trapped inside the hotel. She gets squished while she is highly...
Oh, she's like
extremely
bursting.
Pregnant. Yeah. Damn, that was a big belly. And the doctors tell him... We don't get until later in the movie, though. In the end, actually.
No, we get to know that he has to make a choice. Because they're telling us all the attempts to save the mother will kill the child,
kill the baby.
So you will have to make a choice.
Yeah.
And then we cut to him living 13 years later with his daughter and no mother. Obviously we go, oh, he picked his child, like the mother said, save her.
Yeah, protect her.
I think it's fair to mention the blessing. Kind of need to have that in there because I think that has an impact. Or they're trying to make it have an impact, but I'm not sure.
But it doesn't do anything in the end.
Doesn't it?
Does it?
She's the child that survives.
Well, yeah, because he chose her.
No, I think the blessing chose her.
Okay. That's weird. Okay.
I'm just assuming, though.
What I'm trying to get to, Jesus Christ, is that in that moment, we get to see that he actually said, save my wife.
Yes.
Which I can understand. I mean, it's an impossible choice to make.
Yes.
Either way, you're gonna make the wrong and the right choice.
Yes. You're gonna regret no matter what you do. You're gonna regret it.
Exactly. So you're just gonna have to live with your choice, which he obviously did.
Yeah.
But he said, "Save my wife." And I'm guessing we don't see it, but I'm guessing there were still complications. She died anyway, so they were able to save the child.
Yeah.
So he has had to live with this child who he didn't want.
He more or less
he wanted
renounced.
the kid, but then he chose the wife over the kid when push came to shove.
Yes.
And I wish we saw more of that.
Yes.
We don't see...
We need to see him having this anguish over it somehow.
Yeah, at least hint at it. But they seem to be... Because, he talks about when they're in the hospital, Or no, when they're in their school talking to the cops, like, I have a special bond with my kid. Like, well, fuck you. Every parent has a special bond with their kid, dumbass.
There's nothing special between you two because you happen to raise her on your own. There's plenty of single parents out there. To say, but whatever. I mean, that's the way he sees it. I think that was just a clumsy way for them to really hammer home that, oh, we have a special bond because, you know. I think it's also to
I saved you.
No, I think it's to make a difference between Angela and Catherine, because Catherine has grown up in this big happy family where she's allowed to do things. Sure. While Angela, Victor is overprotective of Angela. She's not allowed to go even home to a friend to study.
Yeah.
The first time he allows it, breaks that trust, runs into the woods with her friend and gets possessed by a devil, or the devil. Thank God they didn't mention the fucking name, by the way.
Yeah. I am Pazuzu. I was waiting for that.
Kinda.
Because they are hinting at that it's the same demon.
Oh, yeah.
I guess all demons know what the other demons think, maybe. They are legion, of course.
Of course.
Anyway, but then it is revealed in the very end, like, oh, he actually chose his wife. Ooh, that's the big twist.
Yeah.
But and that's why these two children have been possessed. It's a test, really.
Yeah.
Because Angela is the child that you didn't want. So now you're gonna have to make a choice. Are you
still willing to like give her up again, or
now you're gonna have to make a choice between your child and this other family's child.
Yeah.
And you're thinking then, like, once again, it's an impossible choice to make, and somehow he makes the wrong choice anyway. Again,
yeah,
because he goes, "No, I actually love you, my daughter." And is that supposed to be? The movie is kind of ambiguous about it, which I did like, because it's not like a happy moment.
No, God no.
She wakes up, hugs him, and is like, "Oh my God, Dad, no, I love you," blah blah blah. But it's all dark. The other girl is dead. They're trying to revive her, and he's just sitting there, like, looking at them, like, "What did I do?" Because he basically killed the other girl.
The thing is, I didn't see remorse in his eyes.
You didn't?
I saw
remorse,
just...
but like, he wasn't like, "Oh, I'm so happy." He was like, "Yeah,
I saw like kind of just like blank. He didn't look like he cared about the other one.
Oh, that's even more horrible then.
Yeah, that's why I thought the ending was kind of interesting, because the mother, I think Miranda, right?
I don't know.
Of Catherine. She's the one who basically goes, you know what? Fuck it. Have my child.
Yeah, because
this Victor obviously needs his daughter more than I do, because I believe in a state where, or in a religion where my child she will be embraced by God in heaven, because she has been a good child, even though she was possessed by a demon.
But then Catherine's dad is like, "No, I choose you."
She kind of actually believed in her beliefs, while the dad, Tony, crumbled.
Yeah, but it wasn't their choice to make. And did the selfish
choice. No, I don't know whose choice it is.
It was Victor's choice to make. So him screaming, "I choose you, Catherine," didn't do anything.
Well, he did it first, so Tony just mimicked. He just did the same and hoped that it could alter the course of events, but he didn't.
Also weird then to have Catherine's mom make the ultimate sacrifice, because she's not a character.
No, that is weird.
Catherine's parents are not really characters; they're like side characters.
Yes, they're literally only there to like make us look at religious people weird.
A little bit, yeah.
Because they're very strange religious people.
Yeah.
I didn't like some of the things they talked about. I was like, what holy book is that from?
It's all from the Bible. It's just interpretation.
Sure, but it's just a very strange interpretation.
Well, we mainly have Catholic Christians here in Sweden.
Yeah, but I haven't even heard, like, the extreme American versions have those things, some of them.
What did you hear?
Horrible thing is, I don't remember the words, but something went like,
I didn't hear anything that I hadn't
I've never heard
before.
This part before.
They screamed about, like, "Oh, demon, I am the Lord and the Savior." I don't know. They didn't say anything specifically weird, I think.
I don't know. There was something in the church that made me go like, this is odd.
Okay.
This is a weird take on Christianity.
It was a little more, speaking in tongues. "Oh, Lord," that kind of thing. But it wasn't. I didn't think it was specifically weird.
I guess not.
Oh, whatever.
Whatever. That wasn't an important detail. It just made me think they were weird Christian people.
Okay. I think you're just being very judgmental towards Christians, Rebecca.
Sure, I am. It's one of the religions I actually don't like because they are so goddamn annoying. Mostly because they're annoying. I don't mind them being religious. That's fine, but they're annoying.
Yeah. Let's talk religion for a while. Like when it comes to movies like this or The Exorcist, or people talking about their faith, you know, if you're like in an interview with them, it's like, God damn, that actually it's kind of cool. But then you're like, but the Catholic Church is kind of weird.
Yeah.
But like, okay, so you don't have to be so connected to the actual church. You can just be connected to the religion. That's cool. And I'm because that's why I call myself an agnostic instead of an atheist. Like it would be kind of cool to believe in that, but I can't really. But then, whenever I'm actually in a church, which I was last winter, I went with our parents to go see a concert, and I didn't connect. It was like a concert in a church, and I was like, okay, like they'll just play some music, and they're in the church because of the acoustics. But it was an actual like religious gospel. It was a sermon, thing. Basically. Yeah, and it just had some songs, and when they're standing up there and talking, and and talking about the sacrifices you have to make, and how much Jesus suffered for our sins, and it's so weird, and I'm not into it at all. No, I think it's a church aspect that I can't stand. It's so weird and creepy.
Yeah, I don't like the whole like if God is so almighty, why would he allow bad things to happen to good people kind of thing?
Because
it's to test you, sure, but like
that's the whole thing with having faith. If your faith is never tested, what's the point of having it?
Yeah, but when you actually sure, you can be tested, but if you're true to your faith, then shouldn't God in the end save you? But a lot of people die still.
It's easy to be true to your faith if the faith is just positive. Like if it's just like, oh yeah, so long as you believe in God, you're gonna live on a tropical island. You're gonna be a millionaire, and when you die, you go to heaven, and there's an eternal party. Like
you can still get cancer, you just don't have to die from it.
Yeah, but then it's just like, that's too easy.
I guess, yeah.
And nothing is worth having if you don't have to struggle for it.
Sure.
That's the whole thing.
But why would God allow children to die, or why would he allow demons to possess children in this case?
Because it's a test.
But he's almighty.
Well, yeah, but the devil,
why would God create the devil? Because God created it. Yes, he did.
Satan is a fallen angel. He didn't technically create him. He just pushed him out of heaven.
He threw the angel out of... Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, but he didn't go over there, I made you a fiery pit to live in. He just said, you can't stay here. So Lucifer made his own kingdom underground.
Yeah.
If I remember my Bible right.
Basically, yes.
Oh.
Then took the shape of the snake to make Eve eat the apple.
Yeah, to fuck with God. Like, fuck you, man. I'm gonna ruin things for you. So he's ruining things for God and his disciples now. God can't stop that.
Then why would you call him almighty? He's not, then.
Well, I mean, because in the end of it, it's not real.
Exactly.
That's the thing. If we're going by like fantasy logic, like an internal logic, almighty is not interesting. Once again, that's not fun. If he's almighty, there's no struggle. There's no like ups and downs. There's no stake. That's not fun.
No, I know.
No, yeah. So that's why he's not almighty.
I just bugs me that they use the word.
Well, when did he call him almighty, though? I mean, yeah, they do, but I mean...
A lot of people call God almighty.
Yeah, but that's why he tests you.
Sure.
He was in on it.
Yeah, sure. The God aspect isn't the big issue with religion. The big issue is people shoving it down your throat.
Yeah.
That's the issue with religion. My issue with religion. I am fine with you practicing your beliefs however the fuck you want, as long as you don't harm anyone else, and as long as you don't force anyone else to practice your beliefs.
Yeah. So anyway, Back to the movie.
Yeah. But that's the issue, though. I don't know what the movie really wanted to say.
No, because after that horrible choice, and I was like, that's a damn downer ending, I applauded the movie for that, like, not being like a happy ending, even though...
Sure.
You kind of want a happy ending, because once again, it is supposed to be a movie about faith and hope. At least if you're going off of the original.
Yeah, but it's partially a happy ending. It's a happy ending for two people, but it's not a happy ending for the others.
But you can't call that a happy ending.
No, I know.
When you have to sacrifice a child to save another. That's not a happy ending.
No.
For anyone, really. Even if, my child is safe, but I ruined this other family.
That's what they're showing with the last clip of Angela in school when she looks over towards Catherine's spot and you kind of see like she's going, I was going to get to that.
Because the movie actually ends with a horrible... it was like the ending of Barbie when they like, our like, I don't think the audience is gonna get it, so we're just gonna have one of the characters just belt it out like, this is what we meant with the movie, that tests are, God will test us, but we have to believe, and sometimes it's hard.
At least they didn't say the words.
Huh?
At least they didn't say the words this time.
Yeah, they did.
They did?
It was a long... The nurse had like a long monologue where she was just like, God,
right. You know what? I blanked on that part.
Okay. It was basically God works in mysterious ways, and it's, we have to have faith, and, faith can save you in times of, in trying times. It might be hard for some people, showing Catherine's parents having to deal with the fact that their daughter died. And sometimes it's happy, showing, what's his name? Oliver. No, what's his name? What's the dad's name? Victor.
Victor.
And Catherine, like, hee, being all happy. And Chris being reunited with Reagan, which was the only thing that got an emotional reaction from me. But it was pure fan service. I couldn't help it. Because like,
I had no emotional reaction to anything in this movie except for jump scares.
yeah, sure. When the mom fell, when the stairs broke in the beginning, I was like, because
you literally put your hands over your mouth and like gasped.
Yeah, that's the thing where I've gone kind of soft. I used to think it was cool.
Pregnant ladies?
No, not specific. No, children. I used to think it was kind of cool when a movie dared to kill a child. And I still think that, like, in certain ways, it's like, ooh, that's edgy, that's dark, that's dangerous. But when it's like, it's a little baby inside.
It's not even born.
Yeah, it's like, oh yeah, no, I didn't want her to like get hurt. I guess my maternal instincts kicked in, or my paternal, I suppose. I was like, no,
baby.
It was very short, yeah. And then the end when what's the actor's name?
For Angela?
No. For Reagan.
Oh, Linda Blair.
Yeah. When she showed up. Because I know she kind of stopped acting, I think.
Yeah.
Maybe she's back acting now, I don't know. But I know for a while she stopped acting. No, she does things now, here and there, yeah.
Yeah, but she had like...
Not a lot.
Yeah, a few shorts, small things in like early 2000s.
That's about it, though.
Yeah.
So it's kind of cool that, they got them back. And it was also nice because the way they talked about it, her and Chris, her mom, kind of had a falling out. And they had lost touch.
Yeah.
Sometime in like the late 70s or something. And it was like, it's nice that she came back. And it was also nice that she's actually in the movie. But that's just
yes, it wasn't just hands and a voice.
No, yeah,
they actually showed her face.
It wasn't Superman in the first Shazam movie.
Exactly, yeah. Because that's what I thought it was going to be. Like, oh man, they're going to fake it.
That would have been so shitty. They're faking it.
Yes.
So while that is pure cynical fan service, it was still like, it got to me. I have to admit, it got to me. But that was about it. That was literally 1 second before the credits rolled, though.
Yeah.
Other than that, I thought the ending was weird, and I'm not sure what they were getting at.
No.
It was a mess. it was too much focus on this is scary, lots of screaming and jump scares. Like, there's nothing like that in the original. Basically, there's maybe like 1 or 2 jump scares, but not really.
That one's more trying to make you uncomfortable with the pissing yourself, the throwing up, the walking upside down the stairs.
The horror
using of the C word, because it was very taboo back then. Now it just kind of sounds weird.
They brought that back here. You know where she is? Your canting daughter.
Yeah.
Ow, they're doing references. Stop it, no.
I don't know. It just sounds forced.
Yeah, a little bit.
They could have used any other swear word and it would have sounded better, I think. That just sounded forced.
Yeah. No, but then there was whenever the girls were involved, it was always super scary. There wasn't that scene, when we first see when Father Karras first meets Reagan in the bedroom, and we haven't seen her in a while. The last time we saw her, she had like some rips in her face.
Yeah, but she was mainly pale.
Yeah,
sickly
but then
looking.
He comes in there. The room is all like looks. It's supposed to look. I guess it's supposed to look cold. It's all like blue lit. She's tied up. She barely looks human anymore. And you just hear her go like,
yeah.
And he just calmly sits down and starts talking to it. I suppose the demon.
Yeah, the growling.
They're trying to figure out, like, is this just her being a fucking weirdo, or is there actually a demon in here? And that is so interesting.
Yeah, we also didn't have a lot of those classic, like, possession things where they talk about talking in languages you don't know, or
it's
talking in tongues. It only had
it's them
giving off information that others might not have.
Yeah, and it's not like they're slowly won over to like, I guess there actually is a demonic possession here. It's always a thing that makes them like, okay, I get it now. There's
literally 2 things that are like, no one else knew this, so yes, this is true.
Yeah.
It's the nurse Anne and her nun name being used, and the unborn child,
Sister Mary Savior.
And then, of course, the you chose mom.
Yeah. Yeah, she kept saying mother. It would have been creepier if she said mommy, mommy. She said mother, mother. I don't know. So
but I think that's also a reference to the original, because she says mother, doesn't she?
Yeah, she does. Mother, make it stop. Yeah, true. Yeah.
I did like small details, like them talking about like how their feet were so ruined, but it didn't look like just cuts. They had like blisters and shit, like they were charred.
Like they
literally walked in hell.
Yeah. Which that was interesting, but they almost like brought too much attention to it. Like, what, you thought they actually walked through hell? It's like, you don't say it like that.
They could have done it more, but subtly.
Yes,
more
exactly.
subtly. So we needed more of those, like how, like we see them get hurt, or we suspect certain things with their injuries.
Or
even
have,
like
when he draws a bath for her, and because she peed in her bed. Maybe actually have her get into the bath, but Angela, it's freezing cold, but she's like fine with it because she feel the hellfire. That's
something
actually,
like that.
Yeah, it's actually, I had that idea for a script I started writing a long time ago about zombies, where it was never supposed to be explained in the movie. It was just supposed to be like a detail for the script that the zombies are actually people who were basically. They didn't fit into hell. Hell was full.
Oh, yeah.
So they kind of had to throw them out. But they were still suffering from, the fires of hell. So they were burning. So there would be like scenes of people sitting in, camps, and it would be raining. And the weird thing is that the zombies never move. They're never aggressive when it rains, because then they're just
they're calm because they're cooled off.
It's like,
we needed more of those like creepy details.
Yeah.
Instead we just got like a couple of weird scenes, generally just one weird scene each of the girls being strange when they came home, and then next clip, they're both like fully possessed.
Yeah.
The hairline's receding, the eyebrows are gone, they have yellow eyes and multiple cuts on their faces. We get to see, like, fleetingly a flash of one of them stabbing themselves in the stomach. But it's almost like it's...
we see the aftermath of it. We don't really see it happening.
No, I think we see, like they cut... Like, it's one of those things... They had almost like a montage of, like, semi-translucent images popping over what was happening, where you see one of them standing with something in their stomach, in their hand, kind of thing.
I guess I missed
but
that.
But it was a blink and you miss it.
Yeah, it was a lot of like flashing images, which was annoying. Because it was like, oh, this is scary. Ah!
Yeah, but then you get to see that, oh, they have cuts on their stomachs? Like, when did they get them? Because they didn't have them when they were in the hospital the first time. Now all of a sudden they have them?
Yeah.
There was where was that? Where did that come from? Why didn't they show us that?
Yeah, that's the thing. Like, even though this movie's pretty long, it still felt like they were like skipping ahead, rushing it. Yeah, I wish we had a lot more time. They wanted more of the instead of
the procession was way too fast.
Yes, instead of having them disappear for 3 days, use that time to let us get to know the characters.
Yeah.
Maybe see that, oh, Angela do miss her mom, or she misses, you know, the concept of a mom. Like, she hangs out with Catherine, and her mom loves her, and they say, I wish I had that kind of, you know, something like that. Instead of having them being gone and spending 15 minutes on looking for them.
Yeah.
They could have just been gone. I mean, if they were gone for like a night, that would have been enough. And they would, you know, they could have found them immediately. It was like, where were you?
Technically, it could have still been 3 nights. We just didn't have to know that
Sure.
We didn't have to see the parents out in the woods for 3 nights. We could have just had one scene of them searching the woods and talking with the cops.
And it could have said,
been
like,
fine.
3 days later or something.
No, but like they did in the movie where they go, no, but you were gone for 3 days.
Oh, yeah.
That was a nice revelation.
So even we didn't actually know until they say it, like, no, you were gone for 3 days.
But they did spend way too much time when those 3 days happened.
Yeah.
On the parents and on the search. Like, we didn't need that.
We needed more exposition
of the before.
Characters. We needed more before the possession. Yeah, exactly.
And then it would have been nice to have a slower possession, not just overnight.
Yeah, exactly.
For the effect of it all.
Yeah. Cut out Chris McNeil, use those 20 minutes she's in the movie to focus on the characters and like them doubting it all. And
because there's a lot of characters in this movie that take up a lot of space, really.
Yeah.
Like we have, if you're excluding Chris McNeil, you have the dad Victor and his daughter Angela, and then you have Catherine and her parents. Her siblings aren't really characters, that's fine.
No.
You have their pastor for some reason being kind of annoyingly
kind of a character,
in the movie.
Yeah, he felt like one of those mega church guys at first, but he seemed like, I mean, they portray him as a good guy in the end, though.
Sure. You have Victor's... We have Victor's kind of priest, his neighbor who boxes with him.
Yeah.
Because he also brings in religion to Victor's life. That's why I'm calling him a priest character. And then you have Nurse Anne.
Yeah. Who's also like a neighbor.
Yeah, there's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 characters.
Yeah,
and then of course you have Dr. B, whatever. Yeah, she's not a big character, but when she does take center stage, she takes center stage.
Yeah, and that's plus Chris McNeil then.
Exactly. So we have about 10 characters.
In the original, we have Karras, we have whatever Max von Sydow is called. Marin, Father Marin.
Yes.
We have Chris. I guess we have Reagan, if we count that. That's it. Then we have a couple of scenes with the nanny, the director / I was weirded out about that love interest.
Yeah. But there's literally side characters.
Yeah, they're in 2 scenes, couple of scenes to establish that there is a world outside. But then the movie becomes very locked in, which
this one.
Thematically works better because, you're very cut off from the rest of the world when your daughter is possessed by a demon.
Yes.
Here, the entire town was with them, basically.
Yeah, and everyone's belief takes center stage, even though they have different beliefs. How the fuck did a nurse become the one who's performing an exorcism?
Yeah, for a while it became her movie.
Yeah, because she wanted to be a nun, but then didn't. Because I was chosen by God to be here in this moment.
And then, like, halfway through the movie, they introduce another priest, which is supposed to perform the exorcism. He backs out, but then when, like, oh no, we're doing it ourselves, and it's not working, he comes in like, don't worry, I'll fix it. And like, oh.
He came in like a superhero.
Yeah, and it was almost like music, like, like he was there to save them.
And it was working
until the demons snapped his neck. He's like, wait.
You know what the issue is? It would have worked if he didn't touch him.
Yeah, I guess. So
why the fuck would he touch him?
Yeah. And he became like a character for a while. I said, stop!
We even had like a moment to mourn him for some reason. We had 2 moments actually, because by the end, when the girls are either dead or freed, you see the pastor like blessing his body. Why? Why do we care? Yeah. Who is this dude? Who is this young Father Maddox?
Right, that was his name.
He's just some young dude.
Yeah.
That Nurse Anne knew for some reason. Yeah. So unnecessary.
Such a mess. It should have been, first of all, it should have been Victor and whatever Catherine's parents were, Tony and something.
Miranda, I think.
They should have known each other from the beginning. They should have been like a unit, like, oh, our kids...
Like in Prisoner.
Yeah, I know. It would be more like Prisoners, but that's fine. The movie is 10 years old. It's fine if you want to steal that. Because it's not the same kind of movie. This is a horror movie. That was a thriller.
Yes,
and, you know, families can be friends. You know, that happens in real life. But yeah, have them actually be friends so we can see them interact before. Maybe see differences, like... Maybe they come over for dinner and it's kind of weird when they have to say grace because Victor and Angela aren't really religious. They're like, ooh.
Maybe they don't even have to do stuff like that. Maybe it's just enough of them like greeting each other in the outside of the school because their daughters are best friends. Like,
something.
They don't have to be best friends because of that, but they need to acknowledge each other.
But I mean,
here
that would be
like two strangers.
That would be an easier way to flesh out the characters because they could focus on just those characters if you have them being like friends.
Sure, I guess.
And then have one priest in the end instead of having like
4.
Beebe, Maddox, Nurse
Pastor,
Anne,
whatever,
megachurch preacher guy. It was like 4 priests.
Yeah,
it was like this was the Avengers of exorcist movies.
Yes.
Like this is a modern movie. We can't just have 1 priest. We have to have 4.
This isn't the Justice League. This is the Catholic League or something. The Priest League. League of Priests.
Yeah, the God League.
Yeah.
The League of Extraordinary...
religious people.
Yeah.
Religious leaders, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah. It was a mess. And
yes.
Like with the Halloween movies, except for the first one, the 2018 one, I'm talking, the new Halloween movies.
Yeah.
David Gordon Green, I mean, he seems to be, like, clever enough when it comes to filmmaking. I mean, he doesn't seem like he's a moron, you know, just making like, oh, I like when the demons come. It's not like that.
No.
But he doesn't really seem to be able to grasp the concept of the stories he's trying to tell.
He's always missing something.
He's missing a little bit of it.
He's like, a little bit short from what he's actually, reaching for.
Yeah, and he has, like, his own interesting ideas, like in Halloween Ends, like, you know, but it doesn't fit into the story he's trying to tell.
No.
Or here, like, making that choice. Yeah, it's interesting, that twist, but it doesn't fit in here, really. So, yeah, I hope he stops making horror movies. I wish he goes back to comedies, even though comedies don't exist anymore. Because he made one of the funniest movies of all time, Pineapple Express. Like, that's more his forte, I would say. Or like he was involved in Eastbound and Down and The Foot Fist Way, a lot of Danny McBride stuff. Also, stop letting Danny McBride write horror movies. I don't get it. I know he's just involved. He's probably just like he's just in the room probably for them to bounce ideas off.
Oh my god, he was included. I didn't know. I did not know he was involved in this one.
Oh, but I mentioned it. Like
you were like, I didn't connect. I didn't. My mind did not want to connect that.
Yeah.
It's not Danny McBride. Shit.
You guys trying to make a motherfucking scholarship.
Yeah.
Or Mother Nature just pissed her pantsuit. Like, that's funny. He can do shit like that. He can't write horror movies. Stop it.
Yeah. Oh, God.
He's very funny in The Righteous Gemstones. He should keep making comedies. Don't make horror movies. I love Danny McBride. Just stop ruining our precious horror movies from the 70s.
Stick with the stuff you know.
Yeah, exactly. You can keep watching horror movies, just stop making them. Anyway, I think we're going to wrap it up there.
Yes.
To sum it up, like we said before, ultimately, it is it's an okay movie, but I shun it for trying to like make another Exorcist movie.
Yes.
Yeah. Had it been just
an exorcism
movie, it would have been okay, whatever.
Yeah.
It would have been above, average if you count it among other exorcism movies.
Yes, actually.
No.
But they tarnished it by adding the Exorcist.
Yeah, by trying to go toe-to-toe with one of the greatest movies ever made. Like, fuck you, it's not going to work. That movie has
name recognition.
Yeah, that movie has, stood the test of time for 50 years. I don't think there's going to be any movie coming around trying, like, to take the throne, really.
Especially not this one.
Especially not this one.
This is one of those movies that will be forgotten before the year is over.
Yeah, that's kind of funny because that's what Jeremy Johns said as well. The only review I watched, he has his scale like, oh, with a glass of alcohol, this will be fun, or this was awesome-tastic, or this is terrible. One of them is like, yeah, this will be forgotten in 2 to 5 days, and that's what he said about this. Yeah, I agree. I won't think of this when I make my when we start giving out nominations for the spoiler awards. This won't be nominated. I don't even think I'll think of it.
No.
Consider it for anything.
No.
But that's that. Thank you so much for listening, if you're still listening. And if you're still listening, don't forget to check us out on patreon.com/don'tmakeascene, where we do an extra episode every week. And you can get it for just $3 a month. You can also request movies for us to talk about. There are commentary tracks. We are going to make more at some point. Hopefully. We just have to find something to talk about and have
time and all that stuff.
Everything. But there's a bunch of other stuff. So check it out if you want to support us. Other than that, spread the word. Tell the people about the best movie podcast in the world. And we will see you in the next episode, where we're going to talk about No One Will Save You. If you want to know
hopefully.
Hopefully, yeah, that's true. There's the whole debacle with that. It's on Patreon if you want to listen to it.
Yes, yeah. There's a whole explanation.
Yeah. So once again, thank you so much, and we'll see you in the next one. But until then, have a good one.
Bye.
The SpoilerCast is part of Please Don't Make a Scene. It's produced and directed by Tobias Vedén and hosted by Tobias and Rebecca Vedén. Executive producer is Annika Vedén. I also want to give a huge shout out to all our patrons from our patreon.com/don'tmakeascene. Daniel Geiso, Christopher William, Laura Kinney, Mom, Dad, and CK85.